Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about how to prevent your smartphone from getting hacked. It seems like that's a fear with a lot of people out there because at Integral we are constantly getting people calling and swearing up and down that their smartphone has been hacked. Now, obviously cyber attacks are up, but with most smart devices, it's almost impossible. Well, I shouldn't even say that. It's impossible for you to smart or to hack a smartphone. It doesn't matter what brand you have. So whether it be Apple or Android, your phone is completely safe from cyber attacks. That goes from your computers and other devices too. Smartphones are especially immune because each app or each section of your phone works in its own little sandbox. So, for example, if a virus were to get into, say, Facebook, or Facebook is spying, that app is isolated by itself so it doesn't affect the other apps and settings on your phone. Now, cybercrime is a human problem. That means criminals are hard pressed to get into your tech devices. And 99% of all cybercrime requires user interaction. So as long as you don't click on stuff in those emails and text messages you receive on your smartphone, you're going to stay safe from all of the cyber events out there. When I say click on links, sometimes criminals will send a link for you to download remote access software onto your smartphone. Now, if you were to allow this to occur, then it puts your phone at great risk of being taken over. But as long as you avoid malicious messages on your smartphone, don't click on links, and don't download apps, then you're going to keep yourself safe. Now, you're probably going to come at me and say, okay, Burton, now there have been instances where I've had people commandeer and take over your device. And I'm going to say the same thing. I'm sorry, but your smartphone can't get hacked. But if there is an instance of someone who has taken over your smartphone, it's a good possibility that your Google account and your Apple account can get hacked. Whenever you set up a smart device such as an iPhone or an Android, you have to put either your Google account or your Apple iCloud account. What this does is, because of the cloud access, it allows you from all of your devices to seamlessly see what's going on each device. Well, Apple would be a good example to start with, is that with your iCloud account, it stores your photos, your text messages, email messages if you're using iCloud for email, your notes, and a variety of other things. Now, if through a data breach where your iCloud account username and password were leaked onto the web, a criminal could take this, log on to any device in the world, and then see what is going on with your phone. And it would give you the illusion that someone was actually in your phone. But that's not the case. They've just commandeered your account. So if you get strange text message or people know what's going on with photos on your phone or with the notes on your phone, then it's a good chance that they have access to your iCloud account. Same thing with you Google users if you're using Android devices. If you are noticing strange things show up on your phone, such as contacts and other strange messages, then it's a good possibility that someone has access to your Google account. Does not mean the phone has been compromised, because in all instances, if you think that your smartphone has been hacked, one of the best things that you can do is to reset that phone to factory defaults. That means you always should be backing up your information, which we'll talk about more in a little bit. But in any instance, if you think there's something malicious going on with your phone, just reset it, and that will remove any malicious software or any bad actors from your phone. The other thing that you would have to do with your phone is to check the permissions of some of the apps that you have on your phone. Now, app permissions have to do with settings inside your iPhone and on your Android that allow apps to have access to specific things such as your microphone and on your camera, and what those apps can do. Depending on the app, sometimes like Facebook, not only has access to your phone's camera, it's got access to your microphone as well, meaning that it's monitoring what's going on your device. And on mainly Apple devices, you can shut that down and make sure that those apps aren't spying on you. Now, on Android devices, you just have to be careful when you go to the Google Play Store as to what apps you're downloading on your phone, and to make sure that those apps aren't doing anything bad. When you download apps, make sure you always read the reviews and make sure that you're downloading something legitimate rather than downloading some fleeceware, which is designed to steal information off of your phones. But overall, keep in mind that when it comes to your smartphone, if you think that it's been compromised, it's a good possibility it's the account on your smartphone rather than your smartphone itself. So when it comes to your account, you want to follow these tips as well as other tips on your smartphone. So first, make sure that both on your Android and Apple accounts that you're using strong passphrases and using that biometric technology to keep physical thieves out of your devices. Now, as far as biometrics, well, let's talk about passphrases first. Passphrases are basically two unrelated words that make a strong password. Like you could do maroon smartphone, or you could do drone trippy. But those are some, not the best, but those are some examples of passphrases that you can use to keep your Apple account and your Google account locked down. You want to use passphrases because they are a little bit more secure than just your standard password. A standard password can take probably minutes to a couple of hours for a criminal using password cracker software to figure out your password. As with the passphrase, it's going to take centuries because those two unrelated words are going to be some random words that you set up, and it's going to make it very difficult for criminals to get into your phone. Now, as far as having your phone commandeered in real time, biometrics is the way to go, and that we're talking about thumbprint recognition and facial recognition. You like how I did that? Facial recognition on those smartphones in order to keep those real life prying hands out of your devices. Because if someone physically gets a hold of your smartphone, like I've got these two here, it's a good possibility that if you don't have any password or passphrase protection or biometrics on your smartphone, they can get in. Next, on those accounts and on your phone, you want to enable two-step or two-factor authentication. Now, Apple is genius at setting up two-factor authentication because anytime you make any changes to an Apple phone or log into a new computer with your Apple ID and password, you will get a notification on your phone letting you know that someone's logging into a new place. Same thing with your Google account. Make sure you are setting up two-factor authentication on your phone and on your account to ensure criminals aren't getting access to the precious information that's on your phone. Again, I'm talking about your account and not talking about the phone per se, but you want to do both. Next is to make sure that your software is updated, because if you're using outdated software, that opens the chances that a criminal may possibly get into your phone. But the other thing too, that there are malicious threats and bugs going on the internet. So as long as your phone is up to date, those malicious bugs that are floating around that are trying to get into your phone, you're going to be safe because you've got the latest update going to your phone. Now, I think this is the last tip, but yeah, make sure that you are doing regular backups to the cloud. And it's easy to do with cloud-based software such as your iCloud backups and your Google Drive and Google Photo backups. If you run out of room, there are no free options for cloud backup anymore. I know Apple gives you 5 gigabytes of data, which you will zip right through, and Android gives you I think it's 15 gigabytes worth of data. And you can zip through with those too on modern smartphones, especially all the information that we hold. So if you run out of room, just make sure that you pay the money. Because if you lose your phone, or God forbid, someone does something malicious to it, then you're going to have a hard time trying to get back that lost information. So always make sure your phones are backed up just in case. So with that said, I want you to remember, your phone cannot get hacked. Maybe the account associated with your phone, but just someone roaming through your phone and having stuff happen isn't going to happen. Now, if you ever notice strange things happening to your phone, like maybe it's flipping through apps or going to places you don't want it to go, that could be your smartphone's digitizer or touch screen. Sometimes when touch screens go haywire, they'll tap automatically and make it look like someone has logged into your phone. If this is the case, and if you can, reset your phone back to factory defaults to clear out any glitches that may be going on your phone. If it occurs again, you're probably best taking it to your cellular provider so that either A, if the device is under warranty, they can replace it, or B, if it's not under warranty, you'll get factory parts for that phone rather than just taking it to your everyday phone repair place and have them replace it with aftermarket parts, which could ruin the phone. Anyway, that was a lot. Anyway, if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and share, because I know that you know people out there that may not be tech savvy and need some help. Now, my goal with every video is to make sure that everyone watching is able to get the most out of the gadgets they use at home and at work. I love technology, and I've read all the manuals, and I'm serious about making technology fun, safe, and easy to use for everyone. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. Remember, your phone can't get hacked. Thanks for watching.